Oh, I think we're good to go.
I
Oh,
believe so.
I think we're good to go.
Alright, we are indeed
Uh,
live. Hello, everybody.
uh,
Welcome to Escape from the City. If you haven't figured that out already by chance. Right now, me and Ghost here are going to be running Mario Kart Wii 32 tracks. No items, no skips.
yeah, so, 32 tracks is essentially just completing all of the tracks in Mario Kart Wii,
32
so
tracks
both
is
Nitro
essentially
tracks and
just
Retro
completing
tracks.
all of the
We're not
tracks
going to
in
be doing
Mario.
any shortcuts, ultra shortcuts, which allow you to break a bunch of these courses, so we're not going to be doing any of those skips.
Racing or driving in this game is really, really clean, so be excited. It's going to be very fun. Also,
But for now, I think we can just go. Are you ready, Ghost? Are you ready to go?
Yes, TJ, would you mind counting us down?
yes,
Three,
TJ, would you mind
2,
counting us down?
1, go.
Alright, here we go.
Awesome.
We are off. Alright, the first track is Luigi.
So we're
Awesome.
starting off. Yep.
No, we're starting
So
with
we're
Luigi
starting
Circuit.
off. Yep.
For the speed runs of this game, you can, in this category, you can start on any track you like, but we're starting on the first one just so, just because it makes the most sense to, and just so we're both on the same, just so you can always tell who's in first, you know, who's winning. Something important
Also,
to note is
let's-
CPUs. The CPUs are going to be different, like which characters you get, and that can make a bit of a difference because some characters are like heavier than the others and can run into you and bonk you more easily, which will cancel your wheelies, which are a very essential part of movement. You'll notice here that Funky Kong has his bike up in the air, and if you get hit by a kart player, that can really mess you up, which is not good. So therefore,
Also-
CPUs do matter a bit, but it's not huge.
Yeah. So, really quickly, you might see me and JKAR both as Funky Kong and Flame Runner. Funky Kong and the Flame Runner is pretty much the best combo to play this game in, mainly because of the speed aspect, and also we're playing in a bike, the Flame Runner bike, because bikes have the new technique in this game that was introduced called the wheelie. So, wheelies in general are really fast when going in a straight line, like for example in this scenario. So, we usually use bikes and Funky Kong because
Nice.
there are a lot more hidden stats that also affect Funky Kong, like the mini turbo stat, which help out a lot, especially when doing these tight lines. So we usually use Funky Kong and Flame Runner for that reason.
Alright.
Also, that
Now
was
we're on
just
the
Luigi
second
Circuit.
track. Yeah, it was very quick. There's 32 tracks. This is the second one, Moving Meadows. Let's keep going. So yeah, we'll be generally pretty even for the first few tracks, but someone might be able to pull ahead. Running this game's pretty consistent, and you won't really get huge variation.
I think there are like a few courses that might lose you like a bunch of time, like for example Moonview Highway. It's very technical.
Oh yeah, that track's been scary.
But yeah. So Moo Meadows, essentially, on the ramp at the end, there's like a big ramp you can do. You can do a low trick off that, but I didn't get it. No, I don't know if JKAR got it.
I did
But
not.
it does save a bunch of time and makes that section a lot more easier, but it's pretty hard to do.
Technical thing where you ride on the right side of the ramp and you'll get a really low trick. I can't actually really.
Like there. I got it there, but yeah.
Nicely done.
It's pretty complicated, but low tricks in this game, the whole point of a low trick is to reduce your airtime. Airtime in Mario Kart Wii is pretty slow, so we prefer to be on the ground as much as possible and
Why is the
get
count
all
so
those
fast?
wheelies. Oh boy, I love rubber banding.
Oh.
Sometimes in this game, the rubber banding can just be really good, or like the CPUs will always be really close together next to you, so it's very interesting.
Oh, that was like a sync finish.
Yeah, these few courses are like really good, but I think Mushroom Gorge, I'm not very good at this course, so JKAR might pull ahead.
Yeah.
JKAR is infinitely more better at this course than I am, because they actually have a really good time.
Yeah. This is I almost got bonked there. You can see I almost ran to this Koopa Trooper. So therefore, oh my god, I'm up already. Sorry for me being good at the track.
Wow, yeah, that was brutal.
You can skip that bird mushroom there. You can just go right past it. There is a famous skip on this track. At the end of the track, you can there's a little gap, and using a mushroom, you can jump right across it. We won't be doing that here because we don't have mushrooms, so we'll be going right around it.
But yeah, this course is very technical, and the gap jump is probably one of the funnest things about playing this course. So, if you do time trial this course, definitely do like take it seriously because it is a really fun course, and I really would recommend it a lot. Also, in the midway section, I was trying to wheelie off the green mushroom so that I can skip that entire mushroom just again to like reduce air time.
Yeah. I almost fell off there. That was a problem.
Yeah, a lot of people might think, oh, that mushroom section doesn't even look that bad. It's really, really difficult because
yeah, there's a lot of specific lines that are ideal to take, and messing those up can mean you'll fall in. So you can take risky moves there in order to save as much time as possible.
And also, this track kinda is weird, so you can get random wheelie locks in this, like in that section, which mean that like you're gonna overshoot the mushrooms. So I think that was like my biggest fear when playing this track, just like overshooting the mushrooms. But I played this track pretty well, a lot better than how I did in my PB. So really happy about that.
154.760.
I got a 156.483. So
okay, so
right there,
I played very poorly though. I made multiple big mistakes. I probably could have gone like 152 there if I had just not sucked.
Yeah, 152 is basically the golden time. Also, really quickly, so Toad's Factory, this is the last course. Near the end, I'm actually going to be attempting a shortcut known as the Lake Cut, Shroomless, which is the harder version of it. But it is a very cool trick. I hope I can get it without, like, dying. Worst case scenario, I just pull out and I just take the cut normally, but I don't think it should be an issue.
Yeah, so at the end of the track, on the final turn before the ending straightaway that you can see on the minimap, there's a small lake, and you can shroom across a small ramp and get over that lake, right here. You'll be able to see Ghost, you going for it?
Yes. Ooh, that was really close. Okay, alright. I got it, but
oh, you got it, nice.
But I was really wide out, so I missed the boost panel and I had to miss that boost panel. I lost like a 0.5, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing it, but at least you got a demonstration of it. Yeah, it's quite a difficult one. There's a bit of, there's some parts of it that you wouldn't quite expect. For example, you actually have to hold left instead of right during it to gain extra airtime.
Yeah, so you switch from right to left to get that extra airtime.
But yeah, it's quite.
I didn't get it there because I had a really bad line, but I mean it's whatever. I'll go for it one more time because I mean I already got it once. I mean, it doesn't hurt to go for it again. But yeah.
How much does that lose if you fail it?
I think like 5 seconds, but it's not a big time loss in my opinion. So the reason why it's very technical that trick, but I think JKAR's pulling ahead of me now.
Additionally, there is a shroom version. It's much easier though. We can't do that here, so you got to do it shroomless. And luckily, you guys got it once, and I didn't attempt it at all because
And I got it again. Let's go.
Nicely done. 2 out of 3. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Alright. That is Mushroom Cup done. So
Yeah,
very,
that's the
very
first cup.
technical check. We have 7 more to go.
Alright, the next one is Mario Circuit in the Flower Cup.
Our circuit is very similar to Luigi's circuit, where the lines are pretty easy. So we're just going to be mainly focusing on driving here.
There is a chain jump
And-
in the middle of the track. That's something you have to go. Usually, you have to go wide for that to get out of the way.
Also, I don't know if you just saw on my screen there, but there's a ramp like right behind the chain chomp. There's a small boost panel. It's actually faster to use that boost panel, but depending on like how your lines are, it's actually really hard to save time with it. So a lot of the times, just runners just like do a wheelie past that section, and I don't blame them. But yeah, there's not much to Mario Circuit. I think
Yeah,
I will probably take time to explain how ultra shortcuts work. So essentially, with ultra shortcuts in this game, there are a lot of key checkpoints that the game actually uses in each race to like check your lap count and make sure you're not like skipping any important key checkpoints. But apparently, if you actually trigger the last key checkpoint, while also making sure to avoid the initial checkpoint at the beginning of the finish line, you're allowed to just get that last checkpoint and skip a majority of the course. It saves a lot of time as well, and that's how mainly the ultra shortcuts work. Summoning Salt has a great video. Chaz the Summoning Salt. He has a great video on how these ultra shortcuts work, so definitely recommend checking out that video. But in this game, there are 7 important, there's actually 6 important ultra shortcuts that runners go for. 2 of them are most notable in the Flower Cup. For example, Coconut Mall, there's like a big
Which
ultra
I'm on
shortcut
right
visible.
now.
Yep. Me and JKAR, we're both on this. But yeah, you can actually do like a big shortcut in this level, but since this is no skips, you can't really do it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do any. There's also some non-ultra shortcuts that are banned.
Yeah, so we'll get that into the retro tracks, but Coconut Mall is one of the few shortcuts that are like really big. It saves a lot of time, but
yeah, world record on this track is about 30 seconds.
actually really recently got down like below 30 seconds.
Yes, I know. That's why I said about 30 seconds.
Yep. But yeah, a lot of new stuff is constantly being discovered in this game, which is really cool. But yeah, this shortcut is actually like really broken. You can actually just go out into the parking lot, just go around the cars and trigger the laps. And yeah, a lot of the ultra shortcuts are thankfully also in the Nitro Track section, so they're all like really cool and apply to only the new courses, which are really nice.
Yeah, but on the topic of summoning salt, it's really crazy to think like, like I remember that video coming out like 5 years ago, and just thinking, and like nowadays it's crazy to see how much it's impacted the game, like how many people have gotten into the.
I think it's still one of his most popular videos
It is his
on his
most
channel.
popular. It's his most popular one.
Yeah.
But it got so many people into Mario Kart Wii. It was such a big deal.
Feels like
I remember
that's always happening with somebody.
I mean, yeah, it does, but Mario Kart Wii in particular, just,
I think the same thing happened with Lego Star Wars as well.
I mean, yeah, I've been watching. It's been interesting to see that as well. Anyway, that is Coconut Mall, John.
Oh, I'm very far behind.
Oh god, Joe's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play this game as much as I used to anymore, so I'm not that good.
I have played this game quite a bit since I got the game when I was 7 years old, and I played it, I guess, kind of. I wouldn't say competitively, but more or less I never really had a casual Mario Kart Wii phase. because I was
We used to
always
get
trying to beat
quad
it.
9s. I think we were in that phase where we could get quad 9s very
I never
easily.
actually played. I never played much online until. Oh, here we go. DK Snowball Cross. There's a shortcut here. You can see those little gaps in the middle of the track. We're going to be trying to cross over those, so I'm going to give it a shot here. See how it goes. It's a bit tricky, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, here we go. And oh, I got invisible walled on the second one. Oh,
I'm actually gonna see if I can get it.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I lost all my speed. I got like salted.
Yeah,
I got a death warp though, so I mean I'm not losing that much time.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. So basically, the goal is to cross over both gaps. You can. I'll be trying it again here just to show it off. But yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, but it's not too bad. I should be able to. At least one of us should be able to get it once. If that doesn't happen, I'm very.
I'll keep trying for it, honestly. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, at worst, I'd be losing like 10 seconds again, but I mean, it's whatever.
Here we go. I'm going again. There we go, and landed. Nicely done. So yeah, you can cut off both of those gaps, and it saves quite a bit of time. You can also, I'm going to demonstrate the single cut version.
Ooh, I drifted too late.
Unfortunate. But yeah, I'm going to, on lap 3 here, I'm going to go off the shot the single gap method. But yeah. Here, coming up here, I'm going to show you, you can cross just the first gap if you want, and it's much easier, and it's generally one of the first things you should learn about when first learning this game. So right here, you just cross here. Very simple, one of the most simple shortcuts in the game, definitely something you should do basically every time. But yeah, that is the Snowball Cross. It's got some very interesting stuff to it. And... you don't get it.
That's whatever. I mean, I was really close though, so I mean, I'm very much not losing that much time. I mean, 10 seconds in a Mario Kart Wii game is a lot, but still not that much.
Onto Wario's Gold Mine, there's another major skip that was one of the first discovered back in 2009. You can jump off the level here and go behind the track and say skip the entire lap. It's pretty cool. Actually, this track had Mario Kart Wii's longest standing world record. Mr. Bean, creator of CGP, it's a mod for Mario Kart Wii that essentially makes the game more accessible and adds much quality of life features and various things like that. Held the record on this track for 6 years straight, from 2011 to 2017 when he beat it himself.
I think what makes the record probably the most unique is the fact that it wasn't even done with like a high tier like character combo.
He used Luigi on the Mac bike, which is intriguing.
Because he is a big fan of Luigi, so that was like the main combo.
Oh yeah, and he uses Luigi on the Mac bike, and his brother Chatters uses Mario on the Mac bike, which is nice.
But it was still a really optimized record at the time.
I mean, yeah, it's been quite a bit improved now. But yeah, it was definitely, it's still the longest lasting record in Mario Kart Wii history, and probably is never going to get beaten, but you never know.
Ooh, I got a drift lock. Alright, JKAR, can you tell me when you finish the course? I want to see how far behind I am.
Yeah, let's see how we're doing.
Because if I'm behind, I can... I don't know if it's okay with you, but I can show off the Grumble Volcano, which are like one lap, I guess.
Maybe. Let's see how it goes.
Just so we're still like pretty even. I mean, just for like people that... I think that's the only ultra shortcut I'll go for, but if I'm like 20 seconds behind and I'm catching up, then I'll probably not go for it. But it would be a really cool shortcut because Grumble Volcano ultra shortcut is like the easiest shortcut to do. Anyone in the game.
Oh yeah, this left path here is actually a little bit faster at the end. Probably should have mentioned that earlier, but oh well. So you want to
actually, the right path.
Oh, shut up! Shut up! Oh, this is technicalities. Okay,
there's
there's an alternate strategy where you go down in the other route, but you can go off like a small like ramp, I guess, and you gain a bit of air, and it actually ends up being slightly faster. That was discovered like a year ago or something. I don't remember, a year or two. So that ends up being a big deal.
It's called the detach strat, where you literally
Yeah.
like detach from the ground.
Yeah, essentially. That's Alright, this is Daisy Circuit. There's a small shortcut here that is off-road, but so normally you need a shroom to not get off-roaded, but it actually ends up being slightly faster even if you get yourself stuck in a bit of off-road. So there's that. You go through the little staircase there.
You have to do a slightly precise wheelie to like get as much airtime as you want, but oh yeah, like there. I got like the perfect airtime.
Oh yeah, not to flex, I got a 159 Warriors Goldmine.
Also, my line's here. It's actually faster to drift into the cones. You might think that's like slower because the cones are like pushing you back, but it helps like a lot with the lines.
In some of the cones, it ends up being faster because obviously there's, you have to trade a bit of time lost from running into them and slowing you down. But sometimes it's just faster to run straight into them. So you can actually do some funky business avoiding them. You drive and weave in between them. That wasn't very optimal. Alright, let's see.
Tell me when you finish the lap. I'll see how far behind.
Alright, I'll tell you when I cross the line. Alright, I crossed the line now.
Okay, so let me check. I think I'm not that far behind you actually, so I'll probably hold off on the shortcut until like something big happens. But yeah, I mean I don't need to go for it, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, Cuba Cape is next. Recently brought back in Wave 5 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
Here's the original version.
I feel like every track's been brought back in Wave 8 Deluxe now.
No, not even close.
I was really upset that they didn't bring back Wario Stadium and 64 Wario Stadium.
So no one wants to drive that damn track. It would don't be a
okay,
good
okay, look. I know no one wants to drive that.
Anyway, there's a shortcut I did that I'll explain again on lap 2, so we'll get around to that. Anyways, this section right here is very fast. You want to stay in the water stream because that makes you go a bit faster, but you also want to avoid that electricity because that will make you shrink and you'll go very slow and it's more fun.
Also, it's a lot faster to drift like going into this area in the water just because you get a speed boost at the end. You just wheelie.
It's a fun strategy. You also want to go off that ramp here. Most ramps in the game you want to avoid. That ramp isn't one of the rare ones.
Because it just naturally gives you like a really.
Alright, now I'm explaining. So right here, if you drift into this, across this patch of grass, you can jump right over it like that. It's a little tricky, but it worked out there. Though mine was a little unoptimal because I got stuck in the grass, but I was still able to drift out of it. That can happen pretty regularly. Alright.
It's like a time foul on this strat too.
Alright, going into lap 3. Okay, give it a shot again. Okay, so yeah, we're coming up to the end of Cooper Cape here. Moving on to Maple Tree is the next track, also brought back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 7. This track is also Mario Kart 7. They just like bringing back the Mario Kart 7 tracks.
They brought back a lot of the Wii tracks. I forgot to mention Coconut Wall was
yes,
also
I meant
one of
the
the
Wii tracks in Mario Kart 7.
Yeah.
If you can drive there in the right angle and you'll fall off after the track ends, that's a fun thing to do.
I wish they brought back more DS tracks. I feel like they should have brought back Airship Fortress from the DS version.
Yeah.
I want to see another Mario Kart game with a mission mode as good as DS.
Yeah.
Imagine after the DLC, they just add mission mode for the game. I know that there was originally supposed to be a mission mode for Mario Kart Wii, but it got scrapped. Mr. B made a video about it with all the files, like all the hints. But yeah, about Maple Treeway, you might notice like as soon as you enter the race, to the right, there's like a small shortcut you can do. It's actually pretty slow, Shroomless, but if you do have items, it's actually faster because you can smuggle some triple shrooms and save a lot of time by just taking the shortcut.
Yep.
Because it automatically puts you back in last place.
Very,
So it helps out a lot.
Very beneficial strategy to do it online.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's not very useful unless because the reason why it's faster is that you only lose like a couple of positions usually, but you get a really good item because you get like put right back into like last place and then you get shot into like shot back to almost where you were, where you started off the race at. So it's usually pretty ideal. You almost always go for it. This wiggler is going to be in the way. Yep. So yeah, driving into this section, that wiggler usually is going to be a bit in the way there. So something to look out for. Alright, just driving along here. Right here at the end of the lap, there'll be two ramps. One on the left, one on the right. The right one is faster, but I always take the left one because I'm funny.
You just bait everyone to doing the ultra shortcut. Also, there's an ultra shortcut on this level, I forgot to mention.
Yes.
It is really difficult, though. I do not recommend anyone do it. It's not safe for home, I guess. But it is really difficult. You go out of bounds at the beginning, and you skip the checkpoint at the beginning. And if you actually, after you exit the cannon, you can actually do like a small wheelie to skip like a bunch of the section that I'm driving through and instantly like trigger the lap. But it's also really difficult because of that reason.
Yeah, it's very, very hard. Do not try this at home.
Alright, now let's see if I should... Oh, okay, I'm probably not going to go for the ultra shortcut. I mean, I'm not that far behind you.
The ultra shortcut?
I mean, not in this, on that level,
yeah,
but like...
Volcano, yeah.
I could technically just go for it one lap and be done, because, I mean, I'll still be fine with, like, timing-wise, but...
No cheating.
No cheating, okay. Alright, anyways,
Grab a volcano. So this track, on the left here, I will show it when I rest my camera, there, on the left, actually on the right in our perspective now, but there, you can get up on the rock, drive around it, and finish the laps. It's a little more technical than that, but that's about it. I don't know how they left that in the game, but it's a thing, and you can finish this track in under 20 seconds. It's glorious. Almost under 15, actually. It's the shortest time trial world record in the game.
I also remember back in the day, like when like Wi-Fi servers were just out, like in 2010.
Oh yeah.
Almost everyone online went for that shortcut, but like everyone was getting banned because everyone was just doing the shortcut.
Yep.
And it was funny. Well, no, I know I did the shortcut a bunch, and I got banned multiple times for doing it. But like, I didn't get banned, but I lost a lot of VR because I kept on getting disconnected. So. Moral of the story, don't go for that shortcut online.
Yeah, if you do that online nowadays, you will, actually, I don't think it even works anymore. But if it does, you will get banned, trust me, on the custom servers. That still exists, thanks. Thanks, Weemfi guys.
Weem.
Yeah, anyway, so there's also the rock hop shortcut. There's a rock on the right of me now. You can jump onto the side of that rock and get across that big gap you can see on the mini-map there. You have to use a shroom, so we can't do it here. But it's very useful. You can also jump off, dive into the lava by slamming into the wall.
The sad truth is, though, that shortcut's kind of like obsoleted because not many people like go for it anymore. Even though it is a really cool shortcut. I feel like we can't really do that shortcut in this game, because in this category at least. Because the no skips category basically just does a lot of the driving without like doing many ultra shortcuts. Not only ultra shortcuts, but if you're skipping any key checkpoints, like for example the rock hop, it is considered a skip. So we don't do it in this category, but other categories I'm sure do it. But
you can also do what's called the lava respawn, where you jump off into the wall. You jump off the truck, and
That's
it's
funny.
in the same place as the rock hop, and you literally respawn on the other side, even though you dive into the lava. So
The rock hop doesn't skip any key checkpoints. Interesting.
no, it
I
doesn't.
feel like I see.
This is Dry Ruins. It's very sandy. There's two main shortcuts on this track, one of which I can do, one of which I'm physically incapable of doing. Actually, there's more than that, but the ones we're doing, I will give it a shot.
Ooh, I got the.
Do this.
Ooh,
No,
okay. I got the sand hop at the beginning, but I hit the cactus or the pokey, so I lost time doing it, which is funny.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So anyway, at the beginning of the track, there's a thing called the sand hop, where you can jump in between these bit of rocks. It's a bit tricky.
Or you can just do whatever I did there. Recommended to do the wall glitch though. Very fast. The wall glitch is pretty hard as well.
Wall
so,
glitch I am physically incapable of doing. I just don't. I don't know. I'm probably doing it wrong, but I don't really care.
So the way you get airtime in is very similar to how I did the airtime strat in Toad's Factory, but you just drift. You hold right, and then once you like let go of your drift, you hold left and hold right. That similar boost method is very similar to how we do the other strat. But yeah, a lot of what I do there is probably the most consistent. Just like hugging the wall, like not getting a big boost. Probably the recommended.
There we go.
Yeah, but JKAR got wall glitch.
The sand hole.
Also, don't do what I'm doing there. Don't get a lot of airtime there, just because. Also, go for it one more time. Okay, I didn't get it.
I didn't get the wall glitch, unfortunate.
I got hit by the cactus attempting sand hop.
Yeah, that happens.
But on this third lap, this pillar will be appearing. It's much faster to use that. Kind of sucks that it only appears on lap 3. If it appeared a lap earlier, it would have been useful.
I mean...
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing anymore in this track. It's just weird.
Alright, this is Movie Highway. It's a track with a lot of cars. That can be very difficult to avoid.
This is also appearing in the recent DLC.
Yes, it
Five
did.
Pack.
A lot of people are really excited about it.
I know I was. I was really... Actually, they really improved this track a lot. Like...
Oh, for God's sake. That was not my fault. That's so cringe.
They did a really good job, but the cycle in this level is really difficult. A lot of cars, so you have to find a way to like properly drift around them. But yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
There's a lot of tight drifts in this
Oh
level,
my
so...
flip. Flip. I'm not swearing this thing. I don't even know. Anyway, so I'm getting absolutely screwed over by Movie Highway right now. There's a lot of cars, and they will bang into you and just ruin your day. Fantastic.
Yeah, it seems like if you get off cycle, it's pretty hard to back out.
No,
it's
I
very
don't
similar
I don't
to,
know. Okay, so what these guys are talking about when they mean cycle is that the cars run. Essentially, they're always
also in lap 2, the cars just like are all in the same spot, so I'm doing weird hops to like just avoid all of them. It's really difficult.
Oh my!
But after this, there's just no cars. It's very nice.
Go. Anyway, so as I was saying, the cycles of the cars is all the same, so you can memorize the cycles and you'll know where the cars will be at any given time. I haven't done that, so I'm just like. If you know where the cars are going to be, it's very useful. So you know, like, if you're going around a bend, you know if the car is going to be there.
Ooh, I don't know what this driving is anymore. I'm just trying to avoid the cars. But yeah, optimally, you'd be getting, like, really good times, like sub 2 times, but, I mean, just for, like, a beginner, I think this is okay driving. Definitely one of the tracks you gotta practice if you want to, like, save time. Because this track is really hard to do properly.
There is track sucks, man.
And, oh,
Alright. This is Bowser's Castle. There is a large shortcut here. Well, actually, it's about 5 seconds. It saves. We can't do it here because it does count as a skip. But there is a. I'll explain when we get there. Oh shoot! Yeah, I drifted the wrong way.
but yeah, there are 2 split paths in this level. So, like, when you get to, like, the section, there's, like, a big Bowser that spits fireballs out.
I'm in that section right now, and there's a Bowser throwing fireballs at me, but I can go on the edges here. I can avoid it just fine. Right here, I'm on the left path, which is a bit faster. You can see on the mini-map there's 2 paths. On the right path, you can turn up. Now hang on, you can go off the ramp in a bit of a weird way, kind of sideways almost. And you will zoom up into the sky, into the air, and go through the wall above and skip the whole turn we went through. It's quite a tricky one, and we're not allowed to do it here because there's no skips. But
Yeah.
you can use a mushroom and slow down. Okay, there's kind of 3 different methods. The first
People
one is
do often, yeah.
The first method is essentially you slow down, where you kind of stop and align yourself, and you use a mushroom in the air to go through the wall. The second one is where you don't stop. You kind of just go straight into it.
Also, I want to give a shout out. Oh,
And also, when you'll use a shroom in the air to get further. And the third one is where you don't stop and don't shroom, which is very difficult. And we could do it here if this was just no items with skips, but we can't. We're not allowed to. It's also very hard. What counts as skip in this game makes so little sense? Yeah, I know. But listen, it's okay.
also, I just want to give a shout out to Troy's friend Colton. When I was like 8, I saw a video of him doing this ultra shortcut. He got it on 100 cc, which is really difficult.
That video is a classic.
I love that video so much because everyone was just like screaming at the top of their lungs.
Everyone, aka just 2 people.
Yeah, but it was so loud. It was so funny.
It was hilarious. Oh my god, it was so funny. That was a great video. Colin really is a wizard. Anyway, enough spouting obscure Mario Kart references that no one else gets.
We're entering Rainbow Road after this.
Yes, this is the halfway point. Dude, I lost so much time on Movie Highway, Jesus. Alright, Rainbow Road. This is,
I hope this appears in Wave 6. People are speculating it will probably appear, but I hope it does.
Alright, so Rainbow Road here. Many casual people will struggle with this, but because I'm an expert, I will not struggle at all. But yeah, there is one shortcut you can do shroomless here. That I'll be showing in a sec, right before the cannon. It's a little tricky, but I'll give it a shot. So you trick up here, and then you trick here, and then you get the right angle, and you head across this gap and fall into the void. Yeah, that's the objective.
So a fun fact about this level, this is the only track in the entire game to have a record with the cart, which is really cool because the cart can actually do a trick called moon jump, where you're literally just hopping into the air at the beginning of the track, and it allows, and you can save a lot of time by hitting the boost panel and skipping a large portion of the track. So that's primarily the reason people use the world record uses a cart. Bikes are slightly slower, but right here you can do a trick called the moon jump, where you can literally just hop and float all the way here. And what carts can do is they can they have an outside drift, so they can skip that small portion every time they do the trick. And they can also do all the other shortcuts pretty much fine. So it saves a lot of time to use a cart, at least for time trial wise. It's really cool.
Yeah, you can, if you want to see the skips that are banned, you can check on spooner.com. There are some specific ones that are not allowed. Usually it's kind of glitchy stuff.
I do believe that there should be a category called no ultras, which
I mean, maybe.
basically is like, because that would be a lot more descriptive than saying no skips.
You've caught
in my
up to me
opinion.
massively, actually, because I messed up so bad on Movie Highway, I was struggling.
Yeah, this race got pretty close again.
But that's okay.
We love content, throwing for content.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the shortcut again, see if I can get it. Easy. Yeah, just across that small gap. It's a bit tricky because you've got to get the angle right.
And also not fall off the track.
And not fall. There's a lot of things to get right.
Yeah, what Fireball said, I know that outside
Oh my
bikes-
god, I just fell off. What the hell was that? Oh my goodness, I'm so mad.
Also, really quickly, I just want to mention, there's also an ultra shortcut you can do on this track.
Yes.
There's a lot more consistent method found, but it's still really insane. But you can essentially do this all streamless, or just like 3 for 3. But yeah, it's really cool.
I just finished, by the way.
Yeah, what Big Cheese is saying. He knows
It
this
looks
stuff.
like Ghost is in the lead now.
Oh, really? Damn. I had a 39.45 section.
I fell off. It was so cringe. I fell off. It wasn't my fault.
Also, yeah, I guess I'll take over. So, what's up, guys? Peach Beach. This is the first retro track that we're introduced to. It's really easy, too. I mean, not much is going on. There are cataquacks that were introduced a while back in Super Mario Sunshine, so we're gonna try our best to avoid them, because if they do, they'll shoot us into the sky, and we might never come back. Just kidding, we will always come back, but we'll lose time.
No, you won't come back. The rod's dead if you hit them. You gain
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah. So if I hit a cataquack, you guys know what's up. I apologize, the run dies. So Peach Beach is very interesting because the water that appears is on a cycle, so we try our best to avoid that on lap 2. Laps 1 and lap 3, we don't have to worry about it because the water's pretty shallow, so it's perfectly fine. So if you do so here the water is coming in, so I can easily just I can just do a wheelie here. I was really close to getting hit by these cataquacks. A lot better than how I normally play this level, but I mean, it's whatever. Really good. Oh, JKAR, are you still here?
Yes.
Okay, apparently the internet crashed, so
Alright,
there's
this is
something
your-
going on.
This is Yoshi Falls. You see there's you see the 3 lines on the track, on the minimap. You can cross these little water thing, or waterfalls here.
So we just do, yeah, we do that shortcut like the same time. This track is really optimized. 2 shoutouts to people who have a sub 1 in this level. It's really difficult to do that. And I want to give a shout out to Omega, who's been having the record for a long ass time on this track. I think he's still. Oh, he doesn't have the record anymore, but
No,
he
David
had the
has the record.
Yeah, shout out to David. He has the record on this track was really long too, like a 58.999.
No, is it
Really
No, it wasn't a
optimized.
50. No, was it 59 flat? What do you mean?
Or 59 flat. I thought it was a 58.999.
No, no.
I know.
That's
All right,
why it's called, that's what it's called. That's why a flat is called an omega.
I am spreading misinformation.
Me when I purposely spread misinformation over the internet.
I'm spreading propaganda right now.
And now world record sits for good 3 years or something. So it's been for a while.
Oh, so that was really quick. And we have probably the quickest track in the entire game.
Yeah, so the two shortest tracks back to back.
This
Yoshi
track is
Falls and
even
Ghost Valley.
shorter
Yeah.
and very fast. So Ghost Valley 2, there's like a small shortcut you can do that allows you to like, yeah, Big Cheese, I am the CEO of propaganda. I'm secretly hiding the key to what is it called? The sub. I don't know. There have been like so many ultra shortcuts discovered with tasks. I'm holding the key to the dry desert or desert hills ultra shortcut. But yeah. Also, really quickly, Ghost Valley 2, you might see me do this technique called slip drifting. It's a really cool technique. You do a drift, and if you get airtime, you can slip, instantly doing a drift, which is very fast. Like there. Also, I feel like we should talk about like controller options. So, Mario Kart Wii, there are a lot of ways to play this game, and pretty much every one of them is as good as one another, except the Wii Wheel. Don't use the Wii Wheel.
Wheel is a fantastic piece of hardware.
Yeah, if you guys want to know like what controllers we're using, JKAR, they're using a classic controller, and I'm using Wiimote Nunchuk. So the advantage JKAR has over me is when it comes to wheeling, they can easily wheelie by just spamming the up button, and life's good for them.
Isn't wheel technically optimal because you have
Yes,
more?
wheel
It is.
technically optimal.
Because of the motion controls, you can do like a bunch of soft drifts, but I think the most comfortable way is the way I'm playing, Wiimote Nunchuk. You have a balance of like buttons and what is it? Whatever it's called. You have a balance of buttons and motion controls. The only issue is when it comes to wheeling. Wheel is probably the most optimal controller task-wise because
Yes.
it allows you to do a lot of motion inputs. But playing it RTA is really hard, so we normally don't play it.
I was a Wii Wheel player for 4 years.
Oh, I used to be a wheel player. Shouts to my favorite wheel player, Danny G, who's also like a really important Galaxy runner. He's been using the Wii Wheel until recently, where he switched to Nunchuk, but he's pretty insane at the Wii Wheel.
Yeah.
And I don't. Also, shouts to Jung Woo. I don't know if it's Jung Woo, but they used to be the Koopa Gate record holder a while back, and they had a Wii Wheel for the Koopa Gate record holder. Oh, they had Koopa Gate for for the Wii Wheel record, which is really insane. So Wii Wheel is yeah, and Ray as well, who got the Warriors Goldmine record a while back. A lot of Wii Wheelers are stepping up. I think Wii Wheel might be the meta. But yeah, I also forgot to talk about the GameCube controller. You can use the GameCube controller. It's very similar to the classic controller, but the buttons are just differently arranged.
And also, no batteries. You don't need batteries. Fantastic.
Yeah, so your controller will never die, almost. In any way possible. Also, I'm catching up on my PB.
Cool.
So I'm like 10 seconds behind. I think I might still catch up. I think I still might be able to PB this. If it is, I might be able to 117. We really close. Anyways, here's Sherbet Land. So fun fact, this is the only level or the only track in the entire game to not use Funky Kong Flame Runner. Or Daisy Mockbite. It actually uses Toadette and the Magic Cruiser because off-road is really important stat in this level. As you can see here, I'm doing a lot of wide turns because Flame Runner optimally does not have really good handling in this section. So that's why I do that. If you're using Toadette and Magic Cruiser, you'll instantly see the difference for this level. It's also really fast. So we have a lot of penguins in here. Very nice. Oh yeah, also Retro Shy Guy Beach, Big Cheese and Fireball are saying in chat. Oh, I got hit by a penguin. Also, I'm doing a lot of hops over that edge, just for the sake of doing the hops, and also aligning myself. Also, I thought Retro Shy Guy Beach no glitch. Use a spear now because it's a lot faster. Oh my god. I'm bouncing everywhere. But yeah, this is one of the few levels. These first two tracks in the Flower Cup are really bad for that reason, as Funky Flame Runner. So it's really hard to play them optimally. Another hop here, and I should be good. I did a pretty safe hop there, just to be safe. Lost you, JKAR, 1,000 times. Oh, okay. Almost got there. Also, we haven't heard from GJ. So, GJ, what's your experience with the Mario Kart Wii?
I used to play it like a really long time ago, but not too much recently.
Oh yeah.
Not
I see.
a Mario Kart games. I'm more of a watcher than I am a player.
I have a lot of friends that do Mario Kart Wii, so I just naturally am aware of like what's going on in Mario Kart Wii. Like JKAR, for example, Big Cheese also in chat. I'm pretty happy that they have helped me keep the game alive and helped me re-enjoy the game. Just want to give a shout out to like all the really big people in the Mario Kart Wii community, like Logan, Luke, Emil. My favorite representation from the Mario Kart Wii community. Also, for Shy Guy Beach, I'm going to be hopping. You don't want to touch the water, otherwise it will be really bad. And I'm also getting a bunch of low tricks here, because these platforms are really easy to low trick off of, and also save a lot of time. Oh yeah, Fox. I know they came back recently after like
Fox
a big hiatus.
Which one record was that?
Bowser Castle.
Yeah, Bowser's Castle.
Also, trying to avoid these crabs. Also, you might see me drift to like the left or right. That's just to help me get like a better alignment for these low tricks. So yeah. I don't know Big Cheese. Justin, I know like still probably comes back. I know Justin had record on what is it? Rainbow Road a while back, but I don't know. Also got hit by the crab. One thing I didn't want to do.
Delfino Square here.
You guys will be going for the dock cut, right?
Oh, of course.
Yes. Valcode is actually really easy when you realize the line you're doing is really consistent.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is, so there are going to be two split paths. I'm going to be going on the left for alignment specifically, and it allows you to get the dock cut really consistently.
To explain what the dock cut is, you'll see in a second. So there'll be a place we can drift into, and we can cut off a small bit of the track. You'll see right now, I'm going to be going for it.
In time trials is actually
Oh,
really...
what the hell?
Alright,
Pretend that didn't happen.
yeah, so I got it there, and I'm gonna do two drifts to realign myself, but yeah. You go on the left side to realign yourself, and it's really cool.
Dude, that was so cringe. What the hell? I literally just got caught on the thing and bounced off.
You might actually be wondering if this is faster in time trials. It actually is slightly faster. you're using tasks. But in general, people aren't like very well at like doing this trick with doing the double cut, as I like to call it, where you do the dot cut and the shortcut at the same time. So people just do the single cut. But if you're shroomless, this is definitely the faster option.
Here we go. Let's do it again. Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen the second time. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
I didn't
Got it
fall
second.
in and just... so annoying.
I think we're still even right now, right? I think we're even. GJ, can you confirm or deny this information?
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty even to me right now.
Alright, I just finished crossing lap 3 right now.
I'm now on lap 2.
Oh.
Wait, hang on, no. I am... hang on.
Damn, you lying to make me feel good, JKAR.
No, I'm...
I
I am...
didn't know you'd do that for me.
I'm about to
Thank
do the
you.
dot cut. I am on
Okay.
the ramp now. I made it.
Alright, I did as well. Oh, I almost fell into the water, but, I mean, I saved it. That was actually a really good line, though, so, I mean, I have no issues.
I'm crossing the line now.
Yeah, me too. We're really close. This
Yeah.
is really close, actually.
Yeah, you guys are both super evenly matched, it seems like.
Alright, GCI to Waluigi Stadium.
This is actually a really, really fun track, so, yeah.
What the
said?
hell? I just got knocked into the wall by Yoshi and the Royal Racer.
So I am going to be drifting to the right and letting go of my drift, just so I get a better line here. I'm going to be doing a small low trick, like that, and there we go. That's basically it. And similar to a DK Summit, I'm going to be hugging the zipper, like such, and making sure that my lines are good. So in DK Summit, even though me and Jake are focused mostly on the dot cut, or double cut, I don't know why I'm saying dot cut, we actually were also doing a technique to hug the zipper or stick to it by moving our stick left and right. You can also do a more advanced version of that, which is just like you hop as well, but for the simpler part, we just hold left and right, hug the zipper. Just make sure your angle is not like too. Just make sure your angle's not too straight or too wide, otherwise it'll not make it. But yeah, there's not much to this track. There's also another ultra shortcut. So I think like I'm pretty much really wrong on this, but as of now, I think there are 22 ultra shortcuts discovered or possible on every track, and I think only like what is it called? Only 14 of them save time in like a 3-lap setting or an F-lap setting. I'm really wrong on that, but I mean, I would like someone to fact check me on that. But yeah, we're almost finished with Waluigi Stadium.
Yeah.
Played this level really well. It holds about like 5 seconds. That's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually catching up to my PB now, which is really cool.
You
I
guys
sure
are,
as hell am not.
dead even right now. It's like a second difference or so.
Damn. There's like 27? Okay, thanks for fact checking me, Fireball. Yeah, but like, I hope there's at least a shortcut on every track now, because it seems like it's very doable that will happen. So here, you can actually do a double trick because of how weird this ramp is. Like that. It's actually really fun. Also, yeah, almost got into the pokey, so didn't want to do that. Project Desert Hills is actually really weird with the sand and whatnot. for lines. So it's really important that you practice this level so that you know like where your lines are. And the final lap. Hey, look, it's Fireball. Oh, reference to Fireball MKW in the chat. Fireball. Baker, I'm giving you an opportunity. You can do one shortcut. You can do the shortcut in Bowser Castle 3 once.
No.
To catch it.
No
Oh,
one's
man.
No one's doing
Not
it.
once.
No one is
You're not
doing it.
Okay. When are you entering BC3? Because I just finished Desert Hills.
I'm entering BC3 now. Wait, hang on.
Okay, we're pretty much tied. Oh boy.
I'll let you know when I start the race. 3, 2, 1, and go.
It's funny because we're like synced, so I was like hearing you count down, and it kind of like messed up my start, which is funny.
Oh, no, that was my plan.
The self-sabotage. Alright, it's time for me to catch up now.
No one's doing it.
I'm not doing the shortcut, I'm just saying I'm gonna do the god lines.
Okay.
I got most of the low tricks, I guess. And now it's time to... BC3 is one of like the levels, true mostly, that's actually really fun to play.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, I really like the shortcuts on this all about.
They're actually really, really
Said
fun.
shortcuts are all I'll demonstrate on lap 2. You see those little like island platforms on the left hand side? You can jump from those to across that big gap, kind of long area that you drive across. Let me demonstrate. I'm not going to demonstrate, I'll just show you. So you cross from this platform here to the other side, past the ramp.
There are two ways you can do it. One from the second to last platform you low trick off of, and one that's more consistent on the last part that you low trick off of. They both have their own advantages and disadvantages. A lot of the times people go for like the ultra shortcut version, which is like you go on the second to last one, but it's also really difficult because of the fact that like you have to what is it called? You have to be really quick with it. A lot of times in online people do go for the strat, but like normally it's just blocked by a lot of people, so unless you're really lucky you can go for it. If not, then yeah, good luck trying to find another alternative. Ooh, I got a low trick there. Very nice. And by low trick I mean the better version of the low trick. Also, that was a really good Bowser Castle 3. Golded that by like 3 seconds again. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, it is going to be ultra, but a lot of things are called ultras in this game, despite not actually being ultras.
Like the big shortcuts, like for example, the one Grumpa Volcano, Cook them all, those are called ultra shortcuts, but that's just called an ultra cut because it's not really like glitching anything. But it is definitely
Dry Ruins Ultra. It's not an ultra shortcut, but people will call it one. We'll say it's the Dry Ruins Ultra.
But yeah, DK Jungle Parkway, this is like one of the levels that is a lot easier with, for example, Daisy Mach Bike, because a lot of these turns are really tight. So, for example, and the fact that there's dirt, so Funky is like slipping everywhere. You'll see a lot of at the end, like how we take these turns. It's really, really bad. Like trying to drive like this. Like that, for example. We just go into the dirt easily. But yeah, there's not much to DK Jungle Parkway. There's an ultra shortcut on this level as well that is done like pretty often. Huge shout outs to Braxian, who used to have the record on this track. I don't know who has the record on this track anymore, but Braxian is like a really, really cool time trialer. I think they're the same age as me, but yeah. They had a lot of records. Invincible, I see. Yeah, Invincible is really good at this track as well. But back then I only knew Braxton had record. I think Braxton still has a record, but they just focus on cooking them all mostly. Also, just wanted to say about this game. There's a category called Unlock Everything. I hope that I'm able to run this, but like right now it looks pretty grim. But I made a tracker for the 100% category, very similar to like an Ocarina of Time tracker, where it tracks like all your unlocks. So it's a really cool category. I'd like to see like someone go for sub 650, and by someone I mean I know who we're talking about. They're in chat. Oh boy. I like to see record being broken for Hundo. It's a really cool category, even though it's very long. Anyways. Who would go for it? The Cheese, who is very big. Fireball. Cheese, who is very big. Yep. I think everyone's catching on. Also, I don't know what happened to JKAR. I don't know if they're just... Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Alright. I just finished the first lap on Mario Circuit.
I am about to finish the first lap.
Oh, we're still really close. I think this is like, we're just trading leads at this point. So that you're ahead, or I'm ahead. You're ahead, or I'm ahead. That's just what this retro track has been. This retro tracks has been.
Yeah.
You don't pay much attention to 100%. I don't think anyone does Fireball, but recently the record was like just broken, like sub 7 hours by Sayuto. Like an OG time trialer of this game. They're really cracked, so huge shoutouts to them.
Seems like the retros are more consistent than the nitros.
Yes and no. They're really easy to lose time on if you don't have the right lines, but I do think that they're also really short as well compared to like the regular tracks. The N64 Bowser's Castle and DK Mountain though are really inconsistent because they're just really bad tracks. But I know a lot of good players for those tracks. Also, that was really unexpected, I think. Also, I'm like 2 seconds behind PB, which is funny. So if I actually play these last 4 levels well, I can PB this. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Big Cheese, who was in chat earlier, for being second place in DK Mountain, because that track is really hard. Big Cheese was really close to record, too. Back when Logan had it, I guess. Oh, this is Mario Circuit 3. It's a really basic track. there's not really much that needs to be commentated for Mario Circuit 3, I guess. So, I mean, there's not much. Also, you might notice me, like, at the end, I hold my boost. That's just so I don't wheelie early, because I prefer to have that boost as much as possible. Also, I think I should probably take some time to explain, like, the different types of drifts we were doing throughout the run. Like, so, drifting in this game is a really important mechanic, because if you're not drifting properly, you're going to lose a lot of time. So there are, like, 4 very important drifts in this game. The regular drift, the delayed drift, the spin drift, and, I'm trying to remember the last one. And, the... what is it called? The soft drift. That's what the delayed drift and soft... So, the regular drift is just you drift regularly. The delayed drift is you actually delay... what is it called? You actually delay drifting. Oh, the slip drift. I forgot the slip drift. I talked about it earlier. So, the delayed drift is actually probably the most important drift you can think of in this game. It's basically soft drifting, but it's actually very interesting how it's charged. So, as soon as you, like, just before you land on the ground, you start holding left or drifting, and this allows you to charge your mini turbo up faster. Very similar to, like, soft drifting. Actually, yeah. Delayed drifting is very useful. For example, in tracks like Bowser Castle 3, I did a lot of delayed drifting. But in some tracks, they're not as useful. Like, for example, Bowser Castle, where you do a lot of insta drift. But yeah. And another technique that I have is called the spin drift. The spin drift is also going to be shown in Bowser Castle, like near the end. But essentially, you do a drift, and then you flick in the opposite direction, and again. So, it gives you a lot sharper turn, for example. And I can show it off, like, here, when we're coming into this turn. So, like that, for example, I got a lot more sharper turn than I would getting a regular drift. Most of the time, it's not needed, but if you're playing with people like Funky, it is pretty needed. For example, Daisy already has, like, a bunch of inside drifting techniques and abilities, so she doesn't need to use it, but it's a really important technique if you're using someone like Funky Kong. But yeah, those are just like the 4 basic drifts. There's a lot more drifts, but they're not really important. But those are the 4 most important for online play, I guess. And also, to charge a soft drift, you have to hold the control stick or wherever you're going 45 degrees. Like, up, or up left, or up right. Which is why Wii Wheel actually has an advantage, because of the motion controls. You can easily just rotate however you want it to and manipulate the speed at which you charge your soft drifts. Also, I'm almost finished with the Peach Gardens. Okay, that's cool. I'm ahead of PB now. Oh boy.
Cool.
Good luck on getting the PB.
Yeah.
I hope so, but thank you. Yeah, whatever Fireball's saying. I'm probably spreading a lot of misinformation, or I'm just, like, not accurately producing information, but listen to what Fireball's saying.
Yeah.
They're pretty much on point. Also, will this run be highlighted in the case I PB? If possible. Oh, that's a question for Pods to ask him later. Alright. But I know with almost every run I do in a marathon, I will always show PB in the last few levels. Also, with DK Mountain, the bumps in this level are really bad, so it's really hard to, like, to do this level optimally. So yeah, doing a weird bunch of movement just to, like, do that small cut. It's very similar to the cut we did in DK Summit, but it's a lot sharper and a lot easier. But this track is really hard to play optimally because of how bumpy the track is. But yeah, so in this section on here, most of the movement we will be doing is just wheeling because of how bumpy this surface is. It's really hard to like get a wheelie and whatnot. So like something like this is what I'm doing most of the time. Oh wow, I got a really good wheelie lock there. So if you actually do the wheelies in that section right, you can just lock onto the bridge and get some really fast wheelies like that. It's really clean. Yeah, so something like that. That was actually a really good DK mountain, despite like what I did. That was really clean. Alright. If I PB this would be really cool. I'm -6 going into Bowser Castle, but yeah. This is the final track of the entire game. So this is very real. This is the longest track in the entire game, and also the final track. So very nice to end off on this. But yeah, Bowser's Castle is N64. Bowser's Castle is very technical, so I'm gonna have to take the sharpest lines I can, like here. Also here, I'm gonna be to the left, so I can drift like that. In time trials, the bumps actually don't move that fast, so you don't have to worry about not making that cycle, which is really nice.
No, dude. Oh no. Ah.
But yeah.
Oh, I just drifted the wrong way into the wall. Oh my god, this run is miserable. I'm having a real bad time. I have played extremely poorly today.
But yeah, right at the end, we can actually do a small shortcut, like here, and do a spin drift, like I was saying. I didn't get a sharp drift, but that's essentially how the shortcut goes. Really cool, I could show it off lap 1, but this next lap, I don't think I'll be able to go for it because the cycle might be really bad, but I'll actually determine that. So, near the, like, platform where I boosted off of, there's actually, like, there's gonna be like, small fire bumps that will appear to block your path. So I'm on the good cycle. I might actually go for it once, but if I'm on the bad cycle, I might just go to the left and play it safe. Got to show it off once, which is really cool, but yeah. But yeah. Okay, so really bad cycle. I'm gonna take the left. This is how you normally would do this. Just like go straight and sharp turn, drift into here, and like that. You're pretty much good. Alright, so after this last lap, time's gonna come once I cross the finish line. So after this last lap is done, I'm pretty much done. I know JKAR is still doing their run, so
yeah.
But time's gonna be coming up for me as soon as I cross that finish line. So I tried to get a wheelie there, but my drift was not really good. But yeah, so very similar last lap. I hope that I get a good cycle so that I can do this shortcut again. But yeah. Oh, turns out. Okay. I'll try it once, but yeah. Actually. Oh. Really bad. Okay, time's coming up for me, and time. Very good. I PB'd by 4 seconds.
Yo, congrats on the TV.
Thank you.
GG's. Oh, that was absolutely dreadful.
Alright, let's go next, and there we go. That was actually really good for me. I was surprised, but good job, JKAR. What final time did you get, actually?
1:17:58.
Oh, wow, we both got 117s. Very nice, very nice. Really happy I could clutch out that PB. Was really not expecting the PB, honestly. But I played the last few tracks like really well, so really happy about that. I lost like 10 seconds in Toast Factory, Wario DK Summit, and Dry Room. So honestly, if I come back, I could probably easily PB this. But yeah, what do you think?
I think my run was absolutely dreadful. I performed extremely poorly.
I mean, at least we beat like a bunch of the estimates, which is really nice.
I mean, I did, but that was set. I wanted to set that really high just to be on the safe side.
Oh, for sure.
But God, my performance was so unbelievably awful. I made so many bad mistakes.
Also, we're actually like really ahead of estimate.
Yeah.
If that's okay, I can actually show off some of the ultras really quickly. So starting off with the Grumble Volcano, is there some of the ultras that we weren't able to do like during the run? I hope that Perry is okay with me like showcasing stuff unless they need to like be ahead of schedule. But hopefully they're fine with me showcasing some stuff that wasn't really like in the run. But yeah, if you actually want to like get your Wii out and try these shortcuts, that's for you. But yeah, so essentially with this ultra shortcut, you actually want to get to this area. You want to face this block like such and charge a mini turbo. Once the mini turbo lets go, you're going to hold back and trick. So now what you're going to do is go around in a certain way to trigger 2 key checkpoints like such. So the way you want to go here where I'm standing and trigger the left. So you can do that continuously. And also finish the track in under like a minute, which is really good. So yeah, it's really nice. I think so if you actually just do this, there you go. That's just the track. 2 more shortcuts I actually want to show off, or 3 more actually. These are the 4 that I recommend everyone go for, and the ones that I can actually do properly. But yeah. So the next one is actually in Coconut Mall. So this shortcut is actually really. Okay. Yeah, perfectly fine. But yeah, that's probably the shortcut I recommend the most. Thank you. Really quickly, just thank you so much for having me. JKAR, and shout out to GJ for their commentary as well.
Fantastic
but
commentary.
Yeah,
thanks everyone. All good. I mean, we did a great job, but yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck to the next runners. Enjoy SMS.
Yes, enjoy Juko's SMS run shortly.